let's solve this question. ABC is a triangle with D being any point in the interior of a triangle. A line is drawn through D parallel to AB intersecting AC at E and BC at F. So I have to draw a triangle. Let's just draw a triangle first. So this is triangle ABC. This is triangle ABC. It is given that D is a point in the interior of triangle. A line is drawn through D parallel to AB. So a line is drawn from that pass through D, point D, which is parallel to AB. So let's just draw the line parallel to AB, and it passes through D, intersecting AC at E. So it intersects AC at E point and BC at F. A line is drawn through D parallel to BC. A line is also drawn that also passes through D, and it is parallel to this is line drawn through parallel to BC. Now this line is parallel to BC. It passes through D. So let's just make this line parallel to the BC. So I know this is point D. Another line is drawn through D which is parallel to AC. So one more line is given that is parallel to AC. Sorry. So this line which is parallel to AC, it also passes through point D. Let's just mark the points. A, B, C are the vertex of this triangle. Point D is in the interior of triangle ABC, and three lines are drawn parallel to the original sides of this triangle. Now, the line which is parallel to AB, this line which is parallel to AB intersect AC at E. So this point is E, and BC at F. This point is F. A line drawn through D parallel to BC, that is this line, intersecting AB at G. So this is G, and AC at H. So this point is H. A line is drawn through D which is parallel to AC, intersecting AB at I and BC at J. So this is point J. If the areas of triangle GID, that is this triangle GID, is 36, this area is 36, and EDH, area of this triangle EDH, is 25 square unit respectively, find the area of quadrilateral AIDE. I have to find the area of this quadrilateral AIDE. I have to find the area of this triangle. Now, there are so many parallel lines. So, first thought is about similarity, because there are so many smaller triangles in this bigger triangle. So, let's just talk about these two triangles, that is GID, triangle GID, and triangle DEH, triangle DEH. I am talking about these two triangles because information of the area of these two triangles is given to me. Now, area of this triangle is 36. Now, because in these two triangles, this angle, because this line AB is parallel to this line EF, so I can say this angle must be equal to this angle, because these are alternate angles. These are alternate angles formed by this transversal between these two parallel lines. And similarly, because IJ is parallel to AC, these are alternate angles. So I can say if this is theta, this angle would be equal to theta. These two angles are equal in these two triangles. Now, IJ is parallel to AC, I can say this angle, let's just call it alpha, would be equal to this angle. These two angles are corresponding angles between these two parallel lines, and which is formed by this transversal GH. So this angle would be equal to alpha. Now by the property of angle, I can say these two triangles are similar because because two angles of these triangles are equal. That means third angle will be equal. So all the angles in these two triangles are equal. So these two triangles are similar by the property of angle. I proved the similarity between these two triangles. Now the property of similar triangles is that the ratio of areas of similar triangles is equal to square of ratio of their corresponding sides, and here ratio of their areas is given to me. So the ratio of area of GID to ratio of area of EDH is given me as 36/25. So from here I can calculate the ratio of their corresponding sides. So the ratio, this is ratio of corresponding sides, and this is square of the ratio of corresponding side. So from here I can say the ratio of corresponding sides of these two triangles would be equal to, taking the square root, I am getting 6/5. So I can say the corresponding sides in these two triangles, that is GI is corresponding to ED, GB is corresponding to DH, and EH is corresponding to ID. The ratio of these corresponding sides would be 6:5. So we can say I am taking these two corresponding sides, that is GD and DH. So I can say GD upon DH would be equal to 6:5. Ratio is 6:5. So this ratio is 6:5. Now take this triangle AGH. Take this bigger triangle AGH. I am taking this triangle AGH, and I am taking this triangle EDH. Now I am proving similarity between these two triangles. One is this bigger triangle AGH, and other is AD and H. I know this angle must be equal to this angle E. This angle A must be equal to angle E. Why? These are corresponding angles because EF and AB are parallel lines. These two angles are equal, so I can say this is theta. Also, angle H is common to both these triangles, which is EDH. Angle H is there, and in triangle AGH, angle H is there. So two angles are equal, so I can say this third angle must be equal. So these two triangles are also similar. If these two triangles are also similar, the ratio of their areas, that is area of triangle AGH upon area of triangle EDH must be equal to the square of their ratio of corresponding sides. Now their corresponding side, I am taking this side. So in AGH this side would be GH, and in EDH corresponding to GH would be this DH. So the ratio of areas of these two triangles would be square of the ratio of corresponding side. Now I know GH is equal to 11 units, 6 and 5, 11 units, and DH is 5 units. So I can say the area of this bigger triangle and the ratio of the area of this bigger triangle and the area of this smaller EDH would be equal to, ratio is 121/25. Now this question is solved. area of this whole triangle is 121 unit, and I have to find the area of this quadrilateral AIDE. So the area of this quadrilateral AIDE would be equal to total area of this triangle, that is 121 units minus these two areas, that is 36 plus 25. If I subtract these two areas from this triangle, from the area of this whole triangle, I will get the area of this quadrilateral AIDE. So the area of this quadrilateral AIDE would be equal to 121 minus 61, that is equal to 60 units. So the correct answer to this question would be option A, 60.